What up, TK family? It's your girl Trish. Welcome back to our channel, guys. As you guys can tell, your girl is super excited today, and that is because, as you guys can see by the title, today is my 2-month post-op for my BBL surgery. If you guys are new here, in the middle of the summer, I did get a BBL and Lipo 360, and if you're not sure what that is, they pretty much take the fat out of my stomach, my back, and my flanks, and insert it into my butt, and then whatever fat survives leaves me with a wonderful peach. But pretty much today is my 2-month post-op appointment, so I'm super excited because today is actually the appointment where I see way more results than I have in the past. You guys have seen obviously my recovery journey and like the type of things that I've gone through since then, but today is going to be really what my real results look like, if that makes sense. But truthfully, the recovery process for every person is completely different. They do say that you see your final results between 6 months to a year depending on the person. So 2 months post-op, I'm still a little swollen. I do have a little bit of bruising still, but I'm excited to see what my doctor will say and see like what I can expect for the rest of my recovery. Like if my butt will get bigger, if it'll get smaller, if my waist will get bigger, if it'll get smaller, if the bruising will go away. Besides that, I absolutely love my results, so I'm excited to see what my doctor says. And of course, as always, you guys will see this entire journey with me. I've taken you guys from literally planning it out through my entire recovery process up until post-op. So make sure you guys rewatch all those videos if you haven't already. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Make sure you guys go check out those videos because I feel like I really went in depth with this whole recovery process. But yeah, with that being said, today I'm going to be taking my after photos and kind of comparing them to my before photos. So I'm super excited for that. Now we're about to head into New York City because my appointment's at 3:30. So we have a little bit of time to get there, but I'm excited. We're gonna go stop at Dunkin' and take you guys along on the whole journey. Alright guys, so we're in the city now and I'm super excited. We're a little bit early for my appointment.
Look, I hope you guys enjoyed the little intro. I know I wasn't there for the beginning of the video, but I already knew my beautiful girl right here. This little beautiful face, this little beautiful soul took care of everything. I know she already got you guys all right for the whole entire video. But yeah, man, we're in New York right now. Dang, like always coming here, it's like mad energetic.
I know.
It's like mad people. I don't know. It's just
New
York.
It's so crazy because every time I'm here, like I get in such like a good mood, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I just get in such a good mood. Same thing when we go to Miami.
I think it is?
But
I think we like the energy. I think we like when there's like a lot of people around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, but I also feel like definitely we cannot live here.
Not for a fact.
Yeah, definitely can't live here. But we're gonna go into my appointment. Hopefully they'll take me a little bit early because there's this food spot called Tao. If you know,
Fire.
You know. We're gonna try to get it if we're not.
They got
too
it in New
late,
York,
but
they got it in LA, like fire.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to see if we can like kind of push out my appointment a little bit so that this way it's open by the time we get out. But let's go into my appointment. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and let's go head in.
Alright guys, we're in the little room now, and Tricia is about to see her 2-month post-op up-to-date body, and the doctor is gonna come in, Dr. Shulman's gonna come in and everything, and you guys are also gonna see Tricia's updated version.
Yeah. Now what I'm most excited for is to see my before pictures next to my after pictures, because like when I looked at my before body in like the mirror and stuff like that, it looked completely different like versus the pictures. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like I'm excited to see the pictures comparison because I can see myself a certain way, but from the angle that he takes the picture, it looks completely different.
You know what's crazy too? I remember that like some of you guys were saying that like you don't really see a difference when Tricia showed like her body for the first time in the bikini. But guess what? We're definitely gonna see a difference. Not only that, there is a difference. I mean, like look to the side. Go to the side. There is difference here, guys.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted now.
There's definitely a difference. And not only that, like I said in my intro, like my results are still happening. So it's like results are going to keep getting better and better as time goes on. And especially like if I go to the gym and all that kind of stuff. But today I'm going to see like the post-op, pre-workout, all that kind of stuff results, which I'm super excited about. So
let's get that one more time.
This is with the faja on, by the way.
Yay! Alright guys, so this is Tricia in the faja. There's a difference now.
Yeah, there's.
I don't think you guys are ready.
Wait, you said 10,000 likes on my whatchamacallit video.
So,
The try-on haul.
they did. You guys did get 10,000 likes.
Yeah, they did.
So you guys ready for the faja? All right, here we go, man. Wait, hit that like button. Tell them to hit that like button.
You guys have to hit that like button because this is crazy. You ready?
Here we go.
Cameron always tells me to just walk around the house just with this on. But alright, I'm gonna change into this because the doctor should be here in any second. I don't want him like seeing us recording my faja, like some weird stuff. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
How you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah?
Yes.
How you looking?
I'm looking good.
Alright, cool. So what are we at now? Is this
Yesterday was
80s?
2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
Let me see. Weight is good. So you're exactly where you were.
Okay.
Which is what's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't lose anything. You just
Good.
moved it. Back to totally normal, all activities, everything good?
Yeah, everything's great. I haven't we've been in the gym and I've only been doing arm workouts.
Okay.
I tried to do some leg workouts
And it hurt.
I went down and there was
Yeah.
no getting back up, so I
So
waited a little bit.
You're still gonna feel some pain.
Yeah.
Like even if you go up or down stairs, you may feel kind of like a twinge.
Uh-huh.
Because there's still bruising and healing going on underneath.
Yeah.
But nothing you're gonna do is gonna ruin it.
Okay.
So you can do like squats and lunges and stuff at the
Mhm.
gym. And it may hurt a little bit. Obviously, if it hurts too much, then stop. But
doing it.
But any pain you have is not pain of like
Screwing something
fat
up.
dying or something bad
Okay.
happening. It's just kind of normal.
So I can like sleep on my back now?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll feel weird, but
Yeah.
again, any fat cells that were going to die are dead and gone.
Okay.
And the fat cells that are there have their blood supply, and there's
Mhm.
nothing you can do to hurt them.
One question I did have was like the fluffing stage. Do you think I hit that yet or no?
Not even close.
No?
Where you're at, you're kind of out of that like swelling phase.
Uh-huh.
So the volume you have now is what you're going to keep.
Okay.
So you're not going to shrink. Your butt's not going to shrink anymore.
Okay.
The swelling from the liposuction is still there, but you're out of that freakish swelling phase.
Yeah.
So right now you should like look pretty good, but
Yeah.
still not the final result. And then the butt's going to be soft because
Mhm.
a lot of the swelling is gone. The fluffing I think happens more like 6 months.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of a weird thing, and nobody knows exactly what it is.
Uh-huh.
I think what happens is the fat cells are just healthier, so they tend to plump a little bit.
Okay.
Because remember, fat cells just grow and shrink.
Mhm.
They don't disappear or reappear. So I think what happens is around 6 months, the fat cells are happier and they kind of plump a little bit.
Okay.
And also the skin loosens.
Gotcha.
So
that's what gives it like
That's
that
what gives the
fluffing.
roundness. So people feel like when the fluffing happens, oh my god, my butt got bigger. No, it didn't get bigger. It just kind of
Fluctuated.
just kind of rounded out.
Okay.
And I think it's just because the skin gets a little softer and looser.
Right.
Just like, you put on your jeans right out of the dryer and
Mhm.
everything's really tight.
Yeah.
And, after a couple hours or a couple days, like that's what's
Fine.
happening to the skin. I think that's around 6 months.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's take a peek. Let's see you. Black marker is basically what's going to get smaller.
Okay.
And then we'll go over after what we're going to make bigger.
Okay. Definitely want to fill my hips like a good amount, but I don't want to look like crazy. Definitely notice that I don't have that bra roll or
Mhm.
anything,
Yeah.
which is nice. Yeah, I'm very happy with.
Oh, you look great. Yeah, perfect. And what you're going to start to see too is over the next several months, you'll start to see a little bit more of that like definition happening.
Okay.
Like you may notice it like in the morning, you may wake up and feel like, wow, I really got nice, like
Yeah.
kind of those nice little lines. And at
Uh-huh.
the end of the day, you don't really see it because
Yeah.
you're still going to get swollen.
Okay.
Let's see the back. Good, perfect.
So
A little
is it-
swollen right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I
And that's pretty normal.
noticed. Is it normal that I still have like a lot of the bruising on my sides? I mean, a lot
Sort
of it
of.
went away. But...
Yeah, sort of. I mean, really what's going on here is not really bruising.
Uh-huh.
It's a little bit of staining of the skin from the bruise you had. And that
Okay.
goes away.
Oh, so it will go away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. It's the iron that's in your blood.
Gotcha.
So it kind of like stains the skin. So even though you think it's still a bruise, it's
Mhm.
not a bruise. It's gone.
So how do I get rid of that? Or it's just
Nothing,
time?
just time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's the type of thing that you'll notice over the next like several months.
Yeah.
Good, perfect. And then this area here where you're swollen, this is probably you notice at the end of the day. Like you kind
Yeah.
of feel that stiffness there,
Yeah.
like, and that's the swelling.
Yeah. Even when I like sit down, and I'm getting up, like for maybe like 10 seconds, I feel so tight, and then it just goes away.
So what's happening is you're gonna feel some weird nerve stuff.
Okay.
So remember at the beginning how everything was numb?
Yeah.
And then as the nerves start to work again, you feel tingly and electric and sometimes like super sensitive, like if you know, if like Cam like touches you and you kind of like feel like he just took his nails and like that's normal.
Okay.
It's not normal, but it's normal to happen.
Right.
And that's just the nerves kind of regrowing. Okay. So that kind of like hypersensitivity, you know, when you get up and stuff is all.
Yeah, because sometimes like he'll randomly, like if I'm cooking, he'll just like grab my stomach and I like
kind of jump,
flinch for a second, but like it goes away. It's not like super painful. It's just uncomfortable for a quick
it's just
second.
weird. It's just a weird thing, and what you'll notice is that should happen less often, and when it does happen, it should be for a much shorter amount of time. So compared to the way it was a month ago, you know, you're only 2 months. I mean, this is nothing.
So most of the swelling will still go down like here?
Yeah, so the two areas where you're going to be the most swollen for the longest is down here and right here. Those are your two spots.
So that should go away by what, like 6 months?
Technically, it can take up to a full year.
Okay.
But at 6 months, it'll be much more gone.
Okay.
But that's just because everything is just dependent. Yeah, it's just gravity.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm very happy though.
Yeah, no, you look great.
So is that why like this is not like the same, like right here is not the same up here?
Yeah, I mean, what I noticed personally with my patients is there's certain areas where I know that they get a little bit more swollen, and this area here, my patients tend to be a little bit more swollen for longer, and that's purely because I'm right-handed. I do a little bit more work through that little dot.
Gotcha.
So I think that I probably traumatize this area a little bit more than I do on this side.
Okay.
So what I've always noticed over the years, you know, I've done so many of these that I've noticed that like this little area, it's always like right here, that little area, and it goes away. Yeah. It's just totally normal.
Yeah, I've noticed that my swelling has gone down like so much. Like when I came here, I think it was my 1 month post-op. When I was here, you guys gave me my stage 2, and that was a 2XL. And then now I got like a custom one that's like a medium here and an XL here.
Well, that's what happens too, is because it's you're 2 different sizes. Yeah. So definitely with the garments, to get it taken in the waist is totally normal, because if it's tight on the waist, it's going to be too tight on the hips.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I noticed the biggest difference in my back.
Yeah, I mean, most of your, you know, you didn't have a ton of fat, but what the stuff you had was really kind of this area here, and then sort of like we talked about before, just the asymmetry. So you still will always feel like your right hip is a little curvier.
Okay.
And that's normal.
Yeah.
So you may notice that when you're taking pictures and stuff that like without really thinking, that's kind of like your good side. Yeah. Like you kind of like that's the side you put out, and that's just because you've learned that this is your curvy side. Now when we take the pictures, and you'll see like there's still going to be a little bit of asymmetry, but it's going to be much less asymmetric than it is here.
Yeah. Even the last time that I came here, like this side was way more curved than this side. This side, now I feel like pretty much even, at least.
Yeah, and it'll change because remember, the way when I do the surgery, I do things based on what I'm seeing and what I'm seeing in the pictures.
Gotcha.
So when I'm sculpting you, when I'm doing the surgery, I was really trying to get rid of this area here to give you that curve to match this side. So what happens afterwards is because I do more work right here to give you the curve, you may notice afterwards that area is more swollen than the other side. So it's almost like it's the opposite, because I do, you know, when I'm doing the surgery on the table, I see exactly what I'm shaping, but right when I'm done, within the first few hours, you get swollen. Right. So what you see at home afterwards is very different than
what you're seeing.
What I see when I'm doing it. Yeah. So again, this is just from this side. So it's like even if I were to cover up this side here, you can see just things are kind of straight, but here
it's more curvy.
You have the curve.
Yeah.
And everybody's like that. I think it's just a little bit of a little scoliosis, just a little spinal curve.
I always knew I had scoliosis, but I never knew that like you can see I had scoliosis. You know what I mean? Like when I first looked at my post-op body, like I noticed like my belly button was a little bit more to the side than I remember, at least. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, it's like almost
because I remember when you came in and you were like, well, how come this hip's flatter? And I'm like, just let me show you something, because people don't, and it's just because who looks at themselves and
at that angle, at least.
This is the most unflattering poses, because this is a medical pose. Like you're not putting one leg in front. You're not kind of doing a little
hip thing.
You're not posing. So you've just learned over the years to just kind of just tweak the way you're posing and standing, and
Right.
you don't really, you never really realize why you were doing it. And this is the only way to really be able to judge results.
Right.
You know, same underwear, same background, same lighting, same camera, all that stuff. And that's why we standardize the photos, because it's very easy to kind of like trick people and little smoke and mirrors and
That's true.
make people look better or worse than they really do. Let's do some pics.
I don't know if you guys can see, but that's this one right here you're seeing right now is like now, and then that's before.
Guys, this is insane.
It's crazy.
You did so good.
Thank you. I'll also put the picture side by side and send it to you. That way you have it. Let's
That's
look
insane. That's before, and then that's after.
That's so
So
cool.
this is what I was talking about before. So this is you right now, but you see that curve.
Yeah.
That it's just much closer than it was here, and you see you had that like crease because of that asymmetry. And it's gonna get better too.
Yeah.
And these are kind of, so that's why like I love that you are happy now. You're gonna be so much happier in another 2 or 3 months.
I was like really trying through my whole recovery not to like fall in love, but to love my body in that moment, because I've seen so many recovery videos where girls like fall in love with the swelling, and then when their body like shrinks down, they're like, what the hell?
Yeah,
so I was literally just taking day by day, like, wow, I look good today, but I'm not gonna fall in love yet. You know what I mean?
You know, I think there's definitely some truth to that. I mean, you definitely shrink up, but it's not so much the fat being lost; it's that swelling the first couple weeks.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is that the areas that you get lipo will shrink up too.
Yeah.
So what I usually tell people is I kind of want you to feel like the first couple weeks that like, oh my gosh, it's a little bit too big, or like it's a little bit too much, because then as it shrinks, it'll be
Like
it'll be better. And most of that shrinkage kind of happened the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And people always freak out. They're like, the first 2 weeks it really went down. Is it going to keep? It's going to be gone. Like, no, it stops.
Yeah.
And it's really just the swelling. It's not the fat.
Yeah.
Because you lose about, I think in my patients, you lose about 30% of the fat, which means 70% stays. But you probably lost 50% of the volume because a lot of that was the swelling, not necessarily the fat being lost.
I'm just really happy that like I have the shape that I wanted. That's like mostly what I was like my goal of this was to get more of that shape, because I can build the volume in the gym. It's very hard to build the shape in the gym. That's the issue.
Well, yeah, you can't. So there's no muscles in your hips.
Right.
So if you have a square shape or hip dips or asymmetries, there's no matter what the trainer says, like know the little bands and stuff. There's no muscle here to build.
Right.
So you can't do that. Now you can build projection by doing squats and lunges, because that's where the muscle is. Aside from the fact that you like have been very public about what you had done, nobody would know you had this done.
Absolutely not.
So it's not it doesn't look fake. People may think you lost weight or something, but like you don't look like you had BBL.
Yeah.
Which is kind of it's kind of my style. I mean, there's plenty of people that want that really fake, that fake round look, and they don't come to me because it's just not.
Well, that's why I came to you.
Not,
You're
right.
very
So
natural.
that's it. But there are plenty of people that want that really fake look that I can't give.
Right.
All right, awesome. So you were perfect. Cut back on the garment,
Okay.
so you're not wearing it as much, and then just do everything normal. So you have no restrictions aside for just common sense.
Gotcha.
You haven't done that much in the past 2 months, so as you get back into your routine, you're just gonna be a little bit more tired. You're gonna, not have as much strength or endurance, but just kind of build that up.
Cool.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Alright.
And I will send you. I'll put them side by side. I'll send you those
Okay. Cool.
because it'll be much easier to see.
Perfect. All right, guys. It is much later, and I just did one of Cam's turn-ons. If you know, you know.
This girl just cooked dinner.
Yes.
I'm very excited to eat now. And today's just been like a little like fast-paced, crazy day. I ain't gonna lie. Going to the city is always a trip, man. It's not just you just drive there. It's traffic, constant traffic, constantly just sitting there. Not only that, but it's Fashion Week in New York, so it was super traffic.
Yeah,
I fell asleep in the back seat.
I know, you did fall asleep. But we were like, we didn't realize that it was the Met Gala this weekend, or yesterday, I think. It was packed on top of packed.
Facts.
So there was so much traffic. It took us like almost 2 hours to get home, which is crazy. So I decided to whip up like a quick, actually it wasn't quick, it took me like an hour, but usually I cook with HelloFresh.
Girl, I am ready to eat. I'm sorry, guys. It's time for me to take over. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching today's video. And make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in the next video because I am so hungry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Peace.